All the snow on the ground is making for some great snowmobiling conditions recently. With more snowmobilers out and about, the Preston Police Department is receiving several complaints about snowmobilers riding off the trail and onto private property. It's a particular problem in Lanesboro and Fountain. KIMT News 3's Annalise Johnson is speaking to the local snowmobile club about this problem and joins us live. Annalise?
Amy, I'm here on a snowmobile trail in Preston, just one part of the roughly 110 miles the Bluff Valley Riders Snowmobile Club is responsible for grooming across the Preston, Harmony, Lanesboro, Fountain area. Snowmobilers are anxious to get out onto the snow-covered trails after a rough start to the season. But when they're flying across the packed snow on their 141-inch tracks, they need to make sure they're on designated trails.
It only takes one or two people to kind of mess it up for everybody else, you know.
Josh Simon is a part of the Bluff Valley Riders, a local snowmobile club. They maintain the area's trail system and rely on cooperative landowners to be able to do so.
It's a little disheartening because without the landowners, we don't have a trail.
Simon estimates 90% of those trails maintained by the Bluff Valley Riders Snowmobile Club are on private land.
Well, if you upset a landowner or a private property, and they may not let us on there next year. And to reroute can be extremely difficult at times. And if we can't get into these towns can't, you know, take advantage of snowmobilers. They bring a lot of business to town, and that's our goal, is to have everybody safe, number one, but respect this trail and get into these small towns.
The Bluff Valley Riders post signs along the trail system, and snowmobilers are supposed to stay on sanctioned trails.
They have no right to be beyond our trailing system, and when they do that, it's just plain disrespect.
Simon says most snowmobilers are respectful riders, and he recognizes honest mistakes can happen, but it's up to everyone to make sure they're following the law.
We do the best we can to trail it the best we can. Sometimes maybe our signs get a little far apart. There can be some accidental times that they get off the trail. That can happen, you know. They just need to get back on the trail as soon as they can and without destroying any other property.
I spoke to the Preston Police Chief, and he advises out-of-town riders to travel to and from their predetermined location on the shortest practical route to reduce their speeds and to respect private property. Live in Preston, Annalise Johnson, KIMT News 3.
Thank you, Annalise. Violating Minnesota's trespass laws can earn you a misdemeanor, gross misdemeanor, or civic penalty, punishable by $50,000 to $3,000 and even up to 1 year in jail, depending on the severity of the situation. You could also lose your snowmobile registration.